And next to be speaker is Dr. Sumen Ongjitakul ครับ Research Director for Transportation and Logistics Policy of TDRI.
Yes, Member of Parliament Dikon Jamnong, he is coming already. And next, I would like to invite Dr. Chatrium Bambrung Wong. He is the Executive Director for Information Technology and Communication Center, Department of Rural Roads, Ministry of Transport. Dr. Chatrium, please. So now we are waiting for Dr. Chatrium. I met him already. He might be somewhere here in this room. Oh, okay.
And our last speaker is Mr. Michael Woodford. Yeah, Dr. Michael is on the way. The last speaker is Mr. Michael Woodford. And he's an executive chairman of Safer Road Foundation from UK. And we also have Dr. Witya Chabun Chanchai, MD head of the WHO Collaborating Center on Trauma and Clinical Care, Thailand, as a moderator for this session. Please.
Yes, Dr. Witya, he's a doctor. He do a lot of work on road safety. He will be our moderator today. Okay, we give this session, this floor to Dr. Witya Chatbanchachai. Please, thank you.
Executive guests, ladies and gentlemen, thanks ATRANS to put safety in this annual conference. Road safety is undoubtedly one important component in transportation system. In high-level meeting in Stockholm 2020 and New York 2022, they declared that road safety issues have to be integrated into every plan, every measure, every organization in every level. So in this session, we have 5 speakers. The first speaker, Professor Satoru Kobayakawa. He is a professor in Department of Transportation System Engineering, College of Science and Technology, Nihon University. He is also the ES member. He will present developing the road safety audit system at local government in Japan. Professor Satoru, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Satoru Kobayakawa. And then maybe you still need some time to take a coffee, but I will start my presentation. So could you start the PowerPoint? Okay, today I'm going to talk about the developing the road safety audit system in the local government in Japan. This is the contents of my presentation today. At first, I will talk about the background and then current situation of traffic accident in Japan. And secondly, I will explain about the definition of the road safety audit and comparing with the international comparisons. And thirdly, we tried the road safety audit system in Japan. So I will explain how do we implement it in Japanese government. And finally, I will explain the outcome of the road safety audit. At first, this is a very famous figure describing about the traffic accident situation in Japan. The red color indicated the fatality number by traffic accident, and yellow color indicated that the number of traffic accidents, and the green color indicated the number of the injuries. So as you can see that within the 20 years after the year 2000, the number of traffic accidents are decreasing. Then also the fatality number of the by traffic accidents was decreasing. So that I think that Japanese road situation is getting safer and safer and safer. But this is just the overall condition of the current situation of the traffic accidents in Japan. The year 2021, last year. So as I explained the previous slide, that the Japanese traffic accidents is degrading within 20 years. But because, in my opinion, the various traffic accident countermeasures have been implemented to reduce the traffic accident in Japan. And then the typical countermeasures are very effective for the many traffic accidents, such as the installing the traffic signal is good to reduce the traffic accident, and to save the pedestrian life, it could be the pedestrian fence or guardrail or pedestrian sidewalk fence is good to save the pedestrian life. But however, there are some cases which are difficult to make the countermeasure because of the traffic accident caused by the complicated factors. We introduced the Japanese version of road safety audit system in the Japanese government. So I will explain about the Japanese version of road safety audit system. To tell the truth, actually, the Japanese government do not like road safety audit system because they are doing very well and they are checking their road safety by themselves. So they told me that we don't need a road safety audit system. They told me that. But I hopefully there is no audience from the Japanese government here today. But actually they told me that. But we suggested the complicated cases, the road safety audit system can be useful for the complicated cases or for the difficult case to make a countermeasures. That's why we suggested this road safety system to the Japanese version. And actually, there is some definition about road safety audit. This is the first one is the United States DOT, Federal Highway Administration, was stated that road safety audit is a formal safety performance examination of the existing future road or including by independent multidisciplinary teams. And the second one is ADB, Asian Development Bank. They are also stated similar definition of the road safety audit. And I really like the German statement. They stated that the road safety audit is a systematic procedure intended to give particular consideration to road safety requirements when planning and designing the road. But the important things for the road safety audit is the auditors must be independent from the road owners and the road planners. So must be isolated from these third parties. The actual road safety audit in the procedures, there is 3 parties were involved. First one is the road owners, second one is the road planners, and the auditor must be independent from the planners. In my opinion, the auditors should be isolated from the road owners also. But actually, client is mostly road owners. So they fund the money to make a road safety audit. That's why there is some errors, but should be isolated from these parties. And this is the international comparison about road safety audit. The EU started the road safety audit year 2008, And the UK is very early errors, and it was started 1990. And then United States is started from 2006. And then EU and the UK has a legal obligation for the road safety audit. They have to do that. And then and Australia also had a legal obligation. And then EU and the UK and Australia are target for the new roads for the road safety audit. But in Japanese version, in our version, we are concentrating to existing road, because I think that is similar to the road safety inspection in UK and in EU. But it's kind of combined the version of the road safety audit and the road safety inspection. So this is an international standard for the road safety audit stages. The road safety audit can be implemented on the planning stage, or primary design stage, or final design stage, or traffic management stage, pre-opening stage, and also the existing road stages. There is some stages to do to implement the road safety audit. But in my Japanese version, we are concentrating on the existing road, and we are also concentrating on the primary road and the local road, both of them. And that this is how do we implement road safety audit in Japan. And then audit team was structured by the 4 or 3 engineers. And then in my project, there are the 2 professors from the university and the 2 traffic engineers from the private companies. And in some cases, there's a traffic engineer from the retired police department, police officer. And then these are the case of the road safety audit members. And then in my project, there are the 4 steps. In some cases, the 3 steps was taken for the road safety audit, but there is 4 steps to do the road safety audit. The first meeting was held at office, and the second meeting is going to on-site to do the check the road. And then on the third meeting at office, we discussed about the countermeasures, and the fourth meeting, the publishing the redesigned suggestion. At the first meeting, we select the site which was dangerous places, and then we have to audit. We have to audit the places, and then we also collect the basic information. And then on the first meeting, briefing the traffic accident condition and checking your road geometries. And on the second meeting, we are going to the on-site and inspect the road situation and checking traffic conditions. And also, we try to identify the induced factor, why that kind of traffic accident was occurred, because of the risk factors from the inspections. And then on the third meeting, we discussed the countermeasures based on the risk analysis, and then also we make a policy of countermeasures. And this is just example what we discussed in the road safety audit. I'm sorry, I don't have enough time to translate from Japanese to English, but just the left side is the traffic accident matters, and the center line, the risk factor, and the right side is the policy of countermeasures. And then at the fourth meeting, we create the improvement plan and publishing the final report. So this is the just one example which we did the road safety audit. And then before the road safety audit was implemented, this intersection was very dangerous. And then road owner asked us to do the road safety audit. And after the change in the road structures, the traffic accident was reduced. And then the pedestrian accident was disappeared in this case. But still some traffic accidents was occurred. But I think the road situation could be safer before and after we did the road safety audit. So this is the outcome of the road safety audit system in Japanese version. I think a little bit different from the international standard, because international standard, they are checking some stages, and they are also doing the new roads. But we are concentrating only the existing road, and we are also road safety audit allowed to consider the countermeasure in the different perspective from the road administrators and the planners, because we are isolated from these two parties. And in the limited amount of the time, this trial were able to extract the feasible countermeasures based on the objective data and expert knowledge at difficult or sometimes complicated locations. That is a Japanese specified the road safety audit system. And finally, in the future, I think it is necessary to expand this trial to many places in Japan, because I only know that six prefectures in doing the road safety audit. Because as I said at first, Japanese government doesn't like road safety audit. But currently, some branches agree and some local government agree to do this. So now it's doing this type of the road safety audit, and I want to expand this system for all over the world, all over Japan. That's all about my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Satoru. I will move on to second speaker. The second speaker, Mr. Nikon Jamnong. He is the member of Thailand's House of Representatives. He is chairperson of the Asia Pacific Regional Network for Road Safety Legislators. He was former Deputy Minister of Transport. He is vice chairperson of the Standing Committee on Transport. He is great champion on road safety, not only in Thailand, but also at international level. He is the founder of the measure for headlight on for motorcycle. About nearly 70 years ago, he is the person who set up the really important road safety foundation means of transport. He is the key person who pushed for a new chapter of land transport legislation. In this legislation, we have child restraint law for the first time in Thailand, more dimensions of seatbelt law, and drink drive law. He will present policy implications on road accident prevention in children and youth in Thailand. Mr. Nikon, please.
Thank you, Dr. Vithia. I will present about policy implication of road accident prevention in children and youth in Thailand. Actually, I work for this. I think about all my career on politics. I work in politics till now, 35 years, right now, till now. On the first time when I work to see the people, I love to stop to help people on accident on the road. Even though when I saw the blood, I'm dizzy, but I try. And after that, because of just like Amma that we met, I was hit by pickup car, and it took me about 36 inches. I still have a scar in my face. And after that, when I work, focus on this, and when I am Deputy Minister of Transport, take care of land transport. On the first year, we work together with Kun Silapachai and a lot of people here. We try to stop that. on the first year, we can't do that. The 7 dangerous day in Thailand, we create that, and we try to stop on Songkran Day and New Year's. We cannot. We can do that. And after that, we make the master plan. The first time, not the first time we have before, but we straight on the first plan, a master plan that worked, and set up the organization that all together and use still now. We set up the plan, a master plan that worked. We try to decrease the death on the road per year, so from 22.2. Our aim is to 20 per 100,000 population. We can make that on the years. We start on 2004, and on 2008, 4 years plan. We can cut down until 18.6. It's very accomplished on that, and after that, it happened again and again. And after that, I'm back to the parliament to be National Assembly on reform, and I work for this again. I mean, let's see. Okay, and we do a lot of things on this. Yeah? Why? Yeah. Okay, and on the plan we have 5 E. The first E is enforcement, and the second is your plan is engineer, and then the third E is education. This means that work for young people and children and students, and the fourth is evaluation, and the last is EMMS, and it's work. So I will talk about after I be back again. We study about the children, the young people. You can see on the years 2015 to 2021, the fertility is 36,000, more than that, and then injury is 3,458,000. It's a lot. Young people are from age 0 to 24 only for this. So we think that it's concerned about motorcycle too. That the Dr. Vitaya said that I learned from your knowledge about not created by me about ASO. We learned from Japan. We use automatic headlight on in my career. This measure we work and we cut down the accident on motorcycle with about 25%. It worked, but right now it's back again. And for this we try. So we try to point out the young people, because of the old people. We just like us. We got not enough time. We stay not long. But for children, for young people, we have to make them last longer than us. So we on the year I back to the parliament to chairperson of the committee, ad hoc committee, to study. But you know why? Because of from 18.6, it's back to 38 per 100,000. It's double on that. So we set up this, and then we have the plan. We have the plan to the plan is for this plan. We study about the committee proposed the plan for the government, and the report is we have a lot of plan, but for young people, we cut down the alcohol in the blood from 50, we cut down to 20 milligram percent on that. It's work, and it's still now this measure is work for to help young people. And then we organize a seminar with children. With children, and we have the big thing happen is we make the MOU with the education, ministry, and we have Honda, ATRANS, US organization here, and a lot of organization here together. We have MOU and to make the curriculum in the school to help the young people. And then after that, after finish that, I work for, I'm become to be a member of parliament. And we have, and before that, Dr. Tuan Chai together and a lot of us here, we make the foundation, People Safety Foundation, is the member of those ad hoc committee. We set up this, and we work together, and we still stick on young people. Dr. Tuan Chai helped the people, the young people here to have the activity, and the Prime Minister is acknowledgement about that. And we still give the financial to the young people to have the activity on road safety. And for here in Chiang Mai, and then after that in the parliament we set up the Standing Committee of Transport. I work for the Deputy of and the Minister of Transport, and we set up the subcommittee on road safety, and we back again to set up the report to the government. And on the report, we have a lot of things that concern about young people. We stress on that in the education system, and we have the meeting, and we introduce yours. We introduce yours. Okay. The first time. Okay, we introduced yours organization that we found in Sweden. The young people, they stand up in the meeting of the minister of the world, and they said, we will fight, we will make, and we will help ourselves. So we impressed that. So we introduced them to have the meeting with young people in Thailand. And we try to set up this, yours, and in Thailand, we set up yours Thailand, but they never meet each other. So we let them meet each other in the seminar, and then. Okay, and on last month, we have the meeting again, we seminar on the young people. And on this, we use Dr. Sumet too, to make the young people that concerned about the master plan of road safety, that the next plan of us together. And then we launched the child restraint in the first time, because of to move on this. It's very hard in Thailand because Thai people is still poor, and they just like it's very hard to them to enforce that, So the next month, on the 5th of next month, the law is start. Okay, the young people with Dr. Sumed. Okay, here, the U.S. international come back again with U.S. Thailand. Right now, they meet each other and they lock together. And I tell you, we use the money that we set up the fund, Thailand Safety Fund, by the auction of license plate. Right now, we got about 800 million US dollar now, and then we will use this to push the young people too. And the last thing that it will work, it will enforce the 5th of next month is the new law. That a lot of things happen, but for the children, the first time that we have child restraint, we still worry to enforce it. So I think we will use 2 or 3 years to full enforce, because of Thai people. It's not easy to move this. People are still poor and they are in the rural area. And this is the law that we passed already for children. So I finished this. That I tell you that we're talking about future. So we need to have the young people to save their future by themselves. This is the key to make it. Thank you.
Thank you very much คุณนิกรจำนง So we will move to the third speaker, Dr. Sumed Ongkitikul. He is the research director for transportation and logistics policy at the Thailand Development Research Institute, or TDRI. He is the key person who developed the 5th Thailand Road Safety National Plan 2022-2027. He will present Road Safety Master Plan Development. Dr. Sumed, please.
Thank you, Dr. Vitaya. Good evening, everyone. In this section, I'd like to tell you about the Road Safety Master Plan 2022 to 2027, in which I have been involved, and because of the plan itself will be executed very soon. I think this plan, currently, the Department of the Disaster Prevention and Mitigation are preparing to propose to the Cabinet probably in the next few months to be approval for use for the next 5 years. This plan is the 5th of the plan. I think previously Kunikon has been mentioned that the master plan itself has been initiated probably around 20 years ago, in which each plan has the period of 4 years, so that we have a first plan, second plan, third plan, and fourth plan. And this one will be the 5th. The 5th will be quite a challenging one, and I will tell you about this plan. I'd like to mention first about the seriousness of the road safety situation in Thailand first. As we discussed earlier, the road traffic death during the past 10 years still very high in Thailand. We have been developing the data for the road traffic death in the previous year, and it has been mentioned by Kunikon already that our rate is rather high and probably in the top 10 of the world. Starting from 2012, you will see the data that each year we had the road traffic casualty around more than 20,000. It's approximately around 33 people per 100,000 population. And actually, if you're seeing the trend, it seems to be slightly better year by year, reducing around 5% per year. And during the past 2 years, due to the COVID situation, we have been able to reduce the casualty rate to be only around 26 per 100,000 population. But that's because of the COVID. And it seems that this year, 2022, seems to be, the figure seems to be worse than last year. So we have to prepare for that. But again, we need to prepare for a better plan. This slide also tells you about the composition of the casualty. Most of the casualty come from the motorcycle rider. More than 60% is a motorcycle rider, around 80% from car passenger and car driver, and the rest is another mode. This is seeing this picture telling us that the seriousness of the problem has to be addressed to the motorcycle user. So that this is the base that we are taking into account to prepare the plan. Another item that we have to mention is that the age group of the casualty. The seriousness of the casualty is among the people who age from 15 to 24. This is the young people, and the young people seem to be more vulnerable to the road traffic accident. And this is the way that we have to address into this plan. So that this is the situation that we address. And with the help with the WHO Thailand, also together with the Department of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation, we come up with the 5th plan that we are preparing. During development of the plan, the WHO Thailand has helped us to review the 4th plan to see what is the barrier, the drawback of the 4th plan, and what kind of we can learn from the 4th plan to improve for the 5th plan. We have been able to compare the differences between the 4th plan and the 5th plan. We have been try to address every element of the plan and try to improve. For example, for the structure of the master plan, we try to make more focus on the issue that has a very seriousness for the road traffic accident. Secondly, for the target itself, in the previous plan, the 4th plan, we target only to reduce the number of the deaths. But for the 5th plan, we put more effort on reduce the injury as well, not only the death. So that this is the thing that we try to put forward in the 5th plan. The strategy, we try to do more focus and also emphasis on the monitoring of the plan. Because of the 4th plan, we are having very, very little monitoring, so that it seems that it's, even we put a good plan, but we don't have evaluation and monitoring. It seems that the plan is not really work at all. And also, we try to put forward more indicator. We try to measure everything that measurable, and then we try to suggest the policy measure that can be reduced, that the severeness of the road traffic accident. And also, we also mentioned about the key topic of the master plan by trying to mention and also incorporate all the elements of the road traffic accident, road traffic safety. And also we try to suggest the implementation plan as well. And lastly, the monitoring and the evaluation element, which is, as I mentioned before, is very, very important to achieve the goal of this plan. So come up with this kind of the overall framework and all the analysis that we have. We came up with the framework that we try to put forward in the 5th plan. We call the 4x4 framework. First, we have 4 priority sections, and we have 4 aspirations that we like to achieve. For the priority, first we address the motorcycle rider. If we can reduce the motorcycle rider casualty, then we can reduce overall target. We target this master plan to the young people, so that if we can reduce the casualty from young people, then we can achieve the goal of the plan. We also mentioned about the speed management. Speed is one of the key that may be very hard to address, But then we need to address in this plan as well. So that maybe seem to be maybe not in the first or second year of the plan, but maybe in the third or the fourth year of the plan that we come up with the plan to manage the speed. And then again, we have to have the monitoring and evaluation as well. For the aspiration, we would like to have the plan that has a viable plan. It's makeable. We have to have the area-based consideration. We have to have the plan for each area, not only for the whole country, but we have to have the area-based consideration. We had to mention or we have to address the clear accountability. Each organization will have their own accountability for each measure, each policy that has to put forward. And then we have to have the strong and consistent monitoring system. So this is the 4x4 framework that we put forward in this fifth plan. The vision we have is toward the safe land transport for all, in which we have 4 missions. By first focusing on the key risks and threats in Thailand road safety issue. For example, like the area-based, the high-risk group. Second, we focus on addressing the high risk of all vehicles. Of course, the motorcycle is the key and the weakest one that we have to address. The third is we try to improve and develop the environment that serves safe and sustainable transport for all road users, including topic of road vehicle, road user behavior, post-crash response, non-motorized transport, and public transport. This plan is quite special and unique and different from previous plan because of when we talk about the road safety, maybe we talk about the traffic accident mainly. But in this plan, we try to mitigate the problem by mention about non-motorized vehicle. We try to mention about the safety of the pedestrian as well. So that this is the thing that we try to put forward in this plan. And fourthly, the fourth mission is that strengthen road safety fundamental to make them more efficient by having viable road user plan, support the clear accountability, having supportive laws and align with international standards. And we have also, this is very important, we have also adequate funding and budget for all agencies involved in the road safety. And this is the thing that I think we want that because every time we talk about the road safety measure, we talk about the measure, but we didn't talk about the budget. So that this is the thing that we try to put forward in this plan. So this is a overall vision and mission in this plan. From this vision and mission, then we try to strategize all the plan, and we come up with 4 key strategies and 16 strategic action. So this is a detail in the strategy and action in which I think I may not go into detail. The key strategy, we have 4 key strategies. First is focus on reducing the death of the road user, the key group of the road user that they have the risk. For example, young people and motorcycle. Secondly, we focus on improving vehicle standard. Second, the third strategy is developing the safe environment and sustainable transport. And the fourth is to strengthening the road safety management mechanism, including the monitoring and evaluation. So that this is a key 4 strategy in which address all the elements of the road safety, which is we have, I think the WHO has set up the 8 pillar of the road safety, namely first is the road safety management, second is safer road, third is safer vehicle, fourth is safer road user, 5 is post-crash response, 6 is data management and monitoring system, 7 is civil engagement, and 8 is sustainable and non-motorized transport. We try to address all the items that the WHO suggests together with our strategic action. So this is the key thing that we have been put forward in this. I try to be brief about this key strategy that this is we try to put forward all the action for the each strategy, and we try to find the accountable agency to do all the action that we propose. For example, the first key strategy is that we try to make the road safer for the road user especially for the motorcycle user. We have all indicators that put forward in the each strategy. This is the first one, to reducing the days of the road user. Second strategy is to focus on improving vehicle standard. The third is to develop the safe system and sustainable transport. And the fourth is to strengthening road safety management mechanism by put forward several actions, for example, safer speed, safer road user, safer road user as well. This is all the key action that we propose, and together with the indicator that we propose as well. So this is the key thing that about to manage the plan. And this is what to do, the indicator and implementation with the specific time frame. This is one of the key things about this plan is also we try to put the time frame as well. The plan itself is roughly around 6 years, so that we try to put forward the time frame that some of the indicator may not be really ready for the first year, so that for the first few years, we try to prepare for the data and measuring system. And then for the last 3 years, we try to manage and measure that indicator. This is, for example, that we try to put forward all the things that we try to indicate. This is the target that we want. As I mentioned previously, that 2021, with the COVID situation, we have the casualty around 1,700 per year in 2021, and it's around 26 casualty per 100,000. The target for the 2027, which is around 5 years from now, we hope that we can reduce to have the casualty less than 8,500, which is very challenging. And this is the target that we want, around 12 casualty per 100,000 population. And this is roughly around 7 to 8% reduction per year, and have to have the reduction every year. Also, we want to have the number of serious injury from road accident in 2027 less than 100,000. It should be less than 100,000, which is the current data in 2021 is around 200,000. So that actually this is a very challenging plan. And as I mentioned, all of these figures also translate into the area level. We try to put forward all the target for each province. We have 77 provinces in Thailand. Each province will have their own target, and we try to distribute all the target into each province. I'm not going to go into detail how to distribute that, but we have all the figure, all the number, and this has been approved by the Department of the Disaster Prevention and Mitigation already, so that we hope that this plan will be approved by the cabinet, so that we can use this plan to measure the progress of each province accordingly. Okay, and this is the key summarize of the key measure that we propose about road improvement, vehicle standard improvement, law enforcement with technology, driver license system, increased emergency and medical service efficiency, and rising the road safety awareness. And this is some summarize of some of the key measures that we propose. To sum up with my presentation, the contribution of this new plan, I think we try to make a good plan. Of course, having a good plan doesn't mean that will be the good result. It means that we need a lot of effort to implement this plan and to do together. But this new plan, I think we highlight some of the different and key points that we try to improve from the previous plan. We try to prioritize the strategy for the risky group and the behavior. For example, like motorcycle user, young road user, speed driving, alcohol impaired driving. We try to propose practical road safety performance target. We try to propose the determining clear responsibility and commitment of relevant agency. And finally, we try to have the planning for periodic monitoring and evaluation, either quarterly, midterm, maybe around 2 or 3 years, and also the final review of the plan to be able to achieve our goal in reducing the road traffic death in 2027. So my presentation, I'd like to finish my presentation here, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sumet. This is the first time in Thailand that road safety national plan was established systematically. It was analyzed the gap and barrier of the fourth plan. It was established by stakeholder participation, hoping that everyone, every organization in Thailand related with road safety is the owner of the plan and used by everyone. Everyone have the same goal, same direction, working together. We hope that we will strengthen the monitor and evaluation measure in order to increase the accountability of the related organization. Thank you very much. The fourth speaker, okay, ready? Yeah. The fourth speaker, the PowerPoint presentation isn't ready yet. So in the floor, do you have any question for our three speakers speak before Dr. Saturi, Ms. Santikon Jamnong, Dr. Sumet? Are there any questions from the floor of the previous three speakers? While you are waiting for the PowerPoint presentations of Dr. Chakri.
If you can open the PowerPoint, you can open the PDF, right? I can use the PDF file.
Now, Dr. Chakri is the fourth speaker. He is the Director of Information Technology and Communication Center, Department of Rural Road. He is Principal Advisor on Land Transport Economy, Ministry of Transport, Thailand. He will present utilizations of technology for safety management on Thai rural roads. Dr. Chakri Bamrungwong, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Wittiya. Today I would like to share with you my presentation on the topic of utilization of technology for safety management on Thailand rural roads. The contents of my presentation will include 5 topics. The first one, overall view of rural road network in Thailand to give you a rough idea how the road network in Thailand is. And the second topic is related to how we plan to improve the safety on rural road. And the third topic is related to technology that we use to solve the road safety problem in a reactive way. And the fourth topic in a proactive way. And the last one, but it's recently under development, is to use the artificial intelligence for proactive road safety improvement. So let me start with the first topic, the overall view of rural road network in Thailand. In this slide, you can see that in Thailand there are more than 700,000 kilometers of road all around the country. And there are 3 main organizations in charge of maintaining this road network. The first one is Department of Highway. They are in charge of a big trunk road, maintaining a big trunk road. If you see in this picture on the top right, the purple line is big trunk road, belongs to Department of Highway. There are 51,000 kilometers of trunk roads. And the second organization who is in charge of the road is the Department of Rural Roads, the organization that I attached to. We have around 47,000 kilometers of rural roads network all around the country. But the majority of the roads in Thailand belongs to local government. There are more than 600,000 kilometers. And the local government, they have to maintain this big network of roads in the country, even though they don't have enough the technical staff. So we have to help them for that. And this is to get you a brief idea about how road network in Thailand is. The second topic is that how we are planning for safety improvement on our rural roads. This picture shows the number of fatalities on Thai roads between 2011 to 2021. Like Dr. Sumit mentioned before, you can see in this chart that in this chart, in the gray area, it is the number of fatalities that occur on highway that belongs to Department of Highway. But the yellow bar and the number on that yellow bar is the number of fatalities on rural and local roads. And the proportion of fatalities on rural and local road is more than 70% comparing to the total number. And in the year 2021, we have more than 16,000 fatalities on the whole road network. And based on a 20 years national strategic plan, we have to reduce this number from 17,000 to not more than 3,400 fatalities on our whole road network. And this is very challenging for us. By human power alone, probably we cannot achieve this number, this figure. So we have to implement some kind of technology to help us. So as I mentioned, there are so many accident spots on our roads as well as so many risk spots on our roads. So we cannot improve it at the same time. So we have to prioritize it. What we are prioritizing, the priority of the improvement project is based on this slide. The first priority, we will give it to the black spot. In this case, black spot, we define it as the location on our rural roads that there used to be more than 2 accidents or 3 accidents occur in 3 years. And also for the first priority goes to accident spot 2. That means the spot that there are 2 accidents occur in 3 years. The second priority is set for accident spot 1, or the location on the road that there used to be 1 accident occur in 3 years. And we rate it with IRAP star rating, and it get 1 or 2 star, I mean less than 3 star, which is not acceptable. For this, we have to do it in a reactive way. I mean, after the accident occur, we have to send our staff and do an accident investigation and then come up with some mitigation and improve it. For the priority number 3 and 4, we will give it to 1 star rating risk spot and 2 star rating risk spot. This is how we prioritize the project in our organization. And this is the procedure that we use. In the past, we used only the procedure on the left-hand side, the reactive measure. When I say reactive measure, I mean that we have to wait until accident occur. And then we know the accident location. After we get to know the accident location, we send our staff to the accident spot and do the accident investigation or IAI, and then come up with some mitigation, and we improve the safety at that accident location. Then we monitor and evaluate the result of what we have done. This is the, very traditional way. Every country in the world, we are doing this kind of thing. But by doing this kind of thing for so many years, we found that in our organization, we will never achieve our goal to reduce the number of fatalities, because the trend of the statistic show in the statistic, we don't see the reducing trend, but we see the constant or even increasing trend. of number of fatality. So that's why we try to use another measure that is called proactive measure simultaneously. When I say proactive measure, we don't have to wait until the accident to occur on our roads and some life loss due to that accident. We just use some kind of technology to identify the risk spot on our roads. Like Professor Satoru said, road safety audit is one of method to identify the risk spot on the roads. And after we identify the location and we do a road safety audit, then we can do a safety improvement at that location to prevent accident not to occur at that location. And then we monitor and evaluation the result of our improvement. So both reactive and proactive measure, we simultaneously doing it on rural roads. Next, let's see what kind of technology that we use in for the reactive measure in our department of rural roads. After the accident occur on the right picture on the right hand side, after the accident occur, the accident data will be collected by two ways. The first one is our staff will go to the accident site and collect the data by ourselves. And the other method is if our staff cannot go to the accident site at appropriate time, they have to go to the police station and request for the accident data from the local police. And after we get all accident data, we have to input it into the system called ARMS, or it is abbreviated for Accident Report Management System. And this data will be stored in our department, as well as it will be transferred to store in the Ministry of Transport system, which is called TRANS. This is how the technology looks like. The local, our regional staff has to go to the site or get the data from the police and put it into the form like shown on the right-hand side. Sorry, on the right-hand side. And then this data will be show up in the map on the left-hand side. This is the traditional way that we still keep doing it. Even today, we are doing this. We collect the data, accident data. Also, another measure, proactive measure, we don't have the accident to occur first. We just try to find the location where the accident is likely to occur, and then we prevent it not to occur. To identify the risk spot, we try to adopt the concept of International Road Assessment Program, or IRAP. We use this IRAP concept and create a digital system to analyze and identify where the risk spot, where are the risk spots on our 47,000 kilometers of rural road network. And the IRAP rating the location every 100 meters of road section. So for 47,000 kilometers of rural road network, we have to rate 470,000 road section, every section. According to recommendation by IRAP, they recommend us to rate it by well-trained staff. But we don't have enough staff in our department. We have just 1,800 permanent staff in our organization. So we have to find some technology or develop some technology if we cannot find it in the market. In this case, we develop some technology to use with IRAP concept. And our technology is like, sorry, I didn't change the slide. And this technology is as shown in this picture. We use the mobile mapping system, the yellow car on the left-hand side of this picture. And this car equipped with 360-degree camera together with the laser scanner. So we can check the location. I mean, we can get the picture of our roads, and then we can locate the location, I mean position in X, Y, and Z axis precisely with the laser scanner. And the data collected by this car will be input into the system like shown in the top right of this picture. This is this digital system. We developed it together with university in Thailand, and we call it Rural Road Asset Management System, or RM. We have everything inside on our road furniture and everything in this system. So after we get the road information, we update this information once a year. Every year we operate over a car all over the country to collect the data. And after the data is collected, it will be transferred to another digital system, another module called RSAS module, or it is abbreviated for Road Safety Audit System. This one, we don't audit the road by our staff, but we ask the system to audit the road 470 section of 100 meter, 470,000 section of the road by computer. And this is the program that we created together with university, right, shown on the right-hand side of this picture. The system will evaluate every 100 meter section. And after we get to know the location of accident spot as well as the risk spot by computer in step 1 of this circle, we have to audit it or do the accident investigation. But we don't rush into the field to do road safety audit or accident investigation. Instead, we ask our staff to audit on the desktop, on the computer first. And then after audit on the desktop, they will come up with the preliminary report. And that preliminary report will be sent to the regional, the staff in the regional office. And staff in regional office will quickly study the report and go to the site, to go to the accident or risk spot on our roads, and then audit again. And this will save a lot of time because they know the point that they have to, the point of concern regarding the safety. And this greatly reduce the road safety auditing time. After they go to the site and audit it, and they will come up with the final report. And within that final report, they must include the improvement method. And that improvement method will be proposed for the budget. And after they get the budget, they will improve that location of the road. And there will be monitoring and following up to check the result of the road safety improvement. This is the result that we have done in the past. During the year 2018 and 3 quarters of 2019, we have done this repeatedly on 1,147 locations. And we found that we improved 1,147 locations, and we found that the number of accidents has greatly reduced up to 64%. And above that, we also found that the number of fatalities on this location was reduced by 72%, which is very satisfactory to us. So next, I will share with you the technology we call artificial intelligence that we use for proactive road safety improvement. This one is the other technology. Sorry. Actually, the picture on the right-hand side is the moving picture. Is this video, but due to some technical problems, so it cannot shown here. For this technology, we install the CCTV on our road network. And from CCTV, the video data of the traffic will be transferred to the artificial intelligence server at our headquarters. and AI, or we call AI. And AI will analyze the number of vehicle moving on our roads, type of vehicle moving on our road, even it is car or motorcycle or another type of vehicle, and then it convert the movement into the top view on the right hand side, bottom right, top view of the road, and so that we can check the movement direction of the movement of the vehicle. If we get to know the direction of the movement of vehicle, we will get to know how risky the traffic at that location is. I'm sorry, but the picture is not moving, so it is a little bit difficult to understand this picture. If the car move out of solid line on the left-hand side, that means this location, there is something wrong with this location. If there are many cars move out of the solid line, that means very high risk for this location. And this can be analyzed by our AI technology. Not only analyzing the degree of risk at the straight portion or curved portion of the road, but also this technology can be used to analyze the degree of risk at the intersection. At the intersection, if we know that there are two cars coming into the intersection almost at the same time, if the time that we get to the center of intersection is very, very close or very short, in a very short interval, that means there is a very high risk that there will be collision of these two cars. And if both cars come to the intersection at a very high speed, so it even cause a very, very high risk. So that event will be plotted on the red zone on the graph. But if the car come into the intersection at a very long duration or at the very low speed, so that event will plot in the green zone on this chart. So we get to know in advance that we don't have to wait until the accident occurs at this intersection, but we get to know in advance that this intersection has very high or low risk. Based on our standard, if we want to install the traffic light at some intersection, we have to wait until the traffic volume reach some criteria, right? For highway, at least for Department of Highway and Department of Roads. But with this technology, we don't have to wait for that. We don't have to allow accident to occur first. We just use CCTV to monitor, analyze it, and check the degree of risk of this location. And if there is high risk, so we don't have to wait until the traffic volume reach the criteria. We just install the traffic light or some kind of measure into this intersection, and it will prevent accident not to occur at this location. This is what we think. And because by using the CCTV and AI technology, it will consume a lot of resource. So next year sorry, I try to conclude my presentation. Next year we will install more computing nodes all around the country so that it can capable in analyzing the road network, the whole road network. And by utilizing this kind of technology, in 2020 we were awarded Global Road Achievement from International Road Federation, and in 2011 we also awarded the Digital Government Awards from the government. And with this, I conclude my presentation. Sorry for using so much time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Chakri. I have to move to the last speaker. Our last speaker, Mr. Michael Woodford, Executive Chairman of Safe Road Foundation, United Kingdom. He is a great philanthropist in road safety area. He is road safety expert. He donates large amount of budget to correct hundreds of black spot for safer road in many countries all around the world. He has a lot of work in Thailand. He's so kind to donate thousands of million baht to implement road safety program in Thailand. And this saved many Thai lives from road crashes. He will present Reimaging Road Safety, Essential Role of NGO in pursuit of making roads safer in Thailand and beyond. Mr. Michael, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you don't mind me standing up, but I am suffering from jet lag, so it keeps me awake. And I can never feel comfortable in a chair talking about road safety because the subject matter is so disturbing. Thank you very much, Dr. Witaya, for those words, and to Secretary General Fukuda for the invitation to speak. We have had a long day here, and this is the graveyard shift, we say in English, the last presentation. But soon, very soon, you'll be able to go and those of you who are not driving, have some beer and refreshments and recover from listening to all this talk. I'm known publicly because I was the first non-Japanese president of the Olympus Corporation of Japan. I had run Olympus's businesses in Europe and the United States, and in 2011 I became the first non-Japanese global president in Tokyo. Japan, Dr. Satura, I should say, is a country I have great affection for and respect. Unfortunately, I saw the dark side of Japan on this occasion with the biggest fraud ever in the history of corporate Japan. It's known as the Enron of Japan, as I discovered, a $2 billion fraud. My own board wouldn't listen to me, and I had to flee Japan in risk of my life. The only good thing which came out of it is Olympus had to give me $15 million for firing me for no reason in an English court, and that is in public, and that money has gone to make the world safer. My wife, who is here, and a fellow trustee, Nanthi, we don't believe in giving our two children the money I've made in my career. We're giving it away to save lives because there's nothing better. We could be on a yacht now in the south of France rather than the rainy season in Bangkok. But saving lives, nothing more important for any of us, I'm sure, in this room. I founded SRF 14 years ago, and we've talked about what we do. We focus on accident black spots, which can, as you were saying, sir, you can save lives at black spots, but it's holistic change you also want to do. Every dangerous site should be addressed, but it's the whole. And there we have to work with government, other NGOs, commercial organizations in relation to the standards and best practice employed. And also public awareness. Many of you in this room try to bring home why road safety is important, because none of us want to get the knock on the door telling us our daughter or son has been killed. You're right, mainly young people, especially males. But it can be your sister, your mother, your father. And it is 26,000 lives. And Thailand may not be the richest country in the world, but there's a lot of money in Thailand. I see that. There's a lot of rich people in Thailand. There's a lot of big corporations. And a lot of people need to step up and do more. It has a parliament as well, which can pass laws. And that's one of the issues we will be touching on today. And it's good that MP Nikon is here. So we all know how many people are killed, but they're just numbers. Because of time, if you look on our website, you can see what we're doing around the world, and that includes accident black spots, but also the campaigns. An accident black spot may save a few lives every year. The campaign can save thousands or tens of thousands of lives. We've been working now for 11 years in Thailand. It started in Chiang Mai, where Kun Tusani, here, who to me is one of my heroes. You worked for land transport. I always get confused. Is that the right? And she connected us with all the road safety people. And she really is an extraordinary woman. And if there is an afterlife, all the karma she has, she is definitely going to be in a good place. These are the areas we've concentrated on. Konken, it's good that Dr. Witaya. I was giving a speech at Thai Health, and we had a representation from the safety committee in Khon Kaen. And this is where I'm very impressed in Thailand, and we've seen it in many places, where the people come. That can be doctors, the police, the local government, central government, and the community to win their support. And they brought this proposal to us about the Mathrap arterial road. And in 2013, in this 14-kilometer section, there were 551 reported accidents. That means injury or death. This is the highway. Now, many years ago, before Thailand developed, this was just one lane in each direction. You know, it's the main north-south arterial. So you've been on a very high-speed highway, and then you come into this big city. And look at how many lanes, multiple lanes, 12 lanes now, but all the conflict movements, all the motorcycle traffic, lots of junctions. And what we said, we should address this by putting in the first speed enforcement corridor in the country. There we see it. Also, red light cameras at all the junctions and helmet-wearing cameras. And I keep coming back. Dr. Chilik was talking about technology. Helmet-wearing cameras, protecting the brain. If Thailand only could get this right, it would save thousands of lives. It must be the #1 priority. But in this small section, if you go there now, you have lots of signs. We don't want anyone to get a ticket. We want people to know that if they break the Thai law, they get a ticket. Big signs telling them red light cameras ahead. If you run that junction, you will get a ticket. This is the ticketing office, and there you see Dr. Wataya and Thaned, that's Thaned, Kun Thaned, and Nui, as I'm graciously allowed to call this special lady. And look at the statistics. Treating a road, 70% reduction in fatalities. You know, 70%. You know, you can do it. We don't need any more studies, analysis, reports, visions, strategies, targets. We have to measure. But we just want actions, actions. We know what we have to do. It's proven across the world. That's what you see is the result. Now we're looking at low cost. And listening to the governor this morning, I was very motivated and reassured because you can do lots of simple things at low cost, very low cost. These were high risks in Khon Kaen. As I found out in Japan, in Asia, I'm far too direct, so forgive my bad manners, but it's a subject which I think we don't need to be polite about. This just shows you a project we were doing in Greece, which we've extrapolated for Thailand and other countries. This is a main road going through the island of Evia, the second biggest island in Greece. There's a crossing there, you can't even see it, used by lots of children for the local school, and there's a church. And that is what you see there now. Thermoplastic markings, LED studs, large panels, 3M panels. And the panel is the most important. And it costs to do a junction a couple of €100 or a couple $100. That's all. And that's what we've been doing in Thailand. This is in Phuket. You see the signs? Those signs come into their own at night. When I tried to cross the road outside of the hotel here, last night, I couldn't. They couldn't see me. The markings can't be seen. It's rainy. It's monsoon. Every crossing in Thailand should have these. This is again going back to Khon Kaen, where we've been putting them up at the principal, we call them zebra crossings. And Thailand, when it does it, we find it super efficient, super effective. Bike box junctions, you know, letting the motorbikes and the bikes go first. So simple, but dramatically reduces accidents, used all over the world now. And also for the pedestrians, when they see it puts the traffic back a few meters. So at the end of the cycle, where pedestrians sometimes get caught on the crossing with the traffic moving away at speed, it means that the drivers can still see them. So simple. So there's more box. That's out appropriately outside of Khon Kaen Hospital. Hopefully less people in the emergency room because of that. You see the before and after. And at these 9 locations, because of these simple measures, the first 12 months we've just finished, No more deaths, no more deaths, no more injuries. So if you're looking for low cost, and I'm going to come back, I've decided after speaking with the governor this morning, those signs should be every crossing. You will see them, the sad the tale of the doctor who was killed in Bangkok recently. What was her name? Her life should not be in vain. Those signs are now at the crossing, but they should be at every crossing. So moving from accident-specific to main campaigns, automatic headlights on. This is where Thailand led Asia, was ahead of Asia. Simple, automatic headlights, no cost for the manufacturers. Anti-lock braking system for powered two-wheelers. It only costs $40 to put an anti-lock braking system now on the front of a bike. And I'll come on to what Thailand's doing. In some ways, it's doing some good things, but it can do more. And most passionate to me when I'm in Thailand is what we've shown with the use of non-helmet wearing recognition cameras in Chiang Mai. So AHO, the low-hanging fruit, to me, it's one of the big ones. Look, that's in Thailand. You know, Thailand led the way, light on. It reduces fatalities by 15%. Much of the world was very late following Thailand. India it's a huge country. The number of deaths is just colossal. Well over 100,000 motorcyclists killed every year. We went 3 times, met with the permanent secretary, the Supreme Court judge responsible for safety, and we achieved in 2007, every bike, 25 million bikes a year now have automatic headlights on. The manufacturers were against it. We made a program, very graphic program, very pointed. We pointed responsibility to the politicians and to the manufacturers, and they acted. In fairness, they acted. Taiwan, also the same year. Colombia, we did it this year. Vietnam, which is a country I have, again, a great liking for, with Kuhn Hung, who runs the NTSC. Again, a long relationship of mutual respect, but again, it took time. We met with the manufacturers, most of them are Honda, but this is what you don't want to see. This was taken in Hanoi, one person with a bike, probably imported from Thailand. It's crazy. There you see the car with the lights on, but not the cyclist. It's beyond logic. Should be. China, we are currently working. China has its complexities because of the geopolitical issues of the moment, but we are apolitical. All we want is China, which has huge numbers, to again take the same action. In China, because of this 15% reduction of wearing the daytime, it would save nearly 11,000 lives a year, automatic headlights. No cost, no cost. That's the same as 21 fully loaded A380 jumbo jets crashing. The world seems so passive in accepting this misery. So AHO, no cost introduced, no objections by riders. And again, Thailand and the people here were put this on the map. As I mentioned, ABS for powered two-wheelers. For any powered two-wheeler which does more than 50 kilometers, again, it would save a dramatic number of lives. It increases rider stability, reduces stopping distances, and decreases rider fatalities and injuries. We've just made a program, and you can see it on our website. There's no time to show it, but watch the program of why it's so critically important. So Thailand has passed the law that in 2024, for 125cc or more, that's good, that's positive, and I congratulate the legislator for dealing with it. But most of the bikes in Thailand are 125 or less. So it needs to go on all the low-powered machines, which is about 85% of all the bikes in Thailand, if you're going to harvest the real reductions. But let's call this phase 1, and now we want to chase phase 2. It would make, again, a huge difference. Look at the weather, which like today, you know, rain, slippy roads. And if ABS was introduced just in the ASEAN countries, 40,000 lives in the first 5 years. We talk about the deaths from COVID, and it's tragic. But the pandemic, the ever-present pandemic around the world, particularly the developing world, is road safety. But you know that. Chiang Mai non-helmet wearing camera project. Actually, last time I was in Thailand, before we weren't allowed to travel because of COVID, Dr. Thorowood and the Chiang Mai Road Safety Committee came up and said, you know, and Dr. Thorowood, it was very personal. He's a doctor with specialist knowledge of trauma injury. He's seen young people day in, day out with damages to their brain or death, and said, we want to put recognition cameras. The use of helmets in Chiang Mai was only around 45%. 5 districts agreed to do it, out of the 8 districts in Chiang Mai, and I'm going there on Monday and meeting with the governor to try to extend it across. But this man, who's in his 70s, pushed and drove and begged, and we said, yes, we'll give you the money to do the trial. In the 5 districts, 250 deaths every year because of 2/3 occur at night, and when riders don't wear their helmets and no police to enforce on the street. So that's a very simple analysis. You don't have to be an engineer or a scientist or anything to understand. You've got to get the people to wear the helmet. So why is it so important to wear your helmet? Could you play the video, please, sir? This is Dr. Thorowood's video, just a 60 seconds. Could you put the volume up, please? Just watch this. Has his helmet on and he gets up. Gets up again. Helmet.
ขับจักรยานยนต์ตายไม่ตายเราเลือกได้
So if we go back to the PowerPoint slides. So, I mean, that brings home in this room where we're all a bit tired and jaded, why? And Thailand has got such a magnificent history. It's got so many clever, bright people, but the country has to get the people to wear the helmet. This technology, if you look at what we've achieved, there you see it. You captures the number plate. This is Thai technology, Thai artificial intelligence. Thai introduced. Everything is Thai. Look now. Of what happens. These are the 5 major intersections. Over 90% in daytime. Such a difference. That should be the case all across this magnificent kingdom. No reason why it shouldn't be. Look at that at nighttime. You know, the highest risk. Before, no one. These aren't stage photographs. These were taken by the police. And there you see, in the first 6 months, so we can really now look at this 250, 62 lives a year saved, in 6 months. It fell to, we say, only 30 in the second 6 months, and that is because the Thai Ministry of Finance issued an instruction saying that the police can't take a percentage of the fund for enforcement. Now, in the UK, again, it's a sensitive issue, but the government said the police must never make a profit. All the money has to go back into enforcement. But it's still that way. And now the police got no money to enforce. Now, I know Dr. Wiwat and his colleagues in liaison with the politicians, but I beg of MP Nikorn to try to get this changed, because the police shouldn't make a profit, but the police are trying to save their lives, and the economic consequences of these accidents is catastrophic. So we saved 100 lives, if you say that, in the first year. If you see the number of tickets have fallen because of this hypothecation issue, because of the Ministry of Finance orders that they have to go to the provincial treasury. That means no tickets are issued, no money is going to the treasury, so a lot less money goes to the treasury than if the tickets were issued. And they're the promises. So we have to get these tickets back up again, because the helmet wearing's falling off, because these are young men predominantly, young, invincible, and they don't know. They have to be safeguarded by those of us in society who know that you have to wear your helmet. So there's a desperate need for the Ministry of Finance to revoke the order prohibiting hypothecation, because until we do, we won't be able to maximize the value. So if this trial, it cost the Safer Roads Foundation $400,000 US for 100 lives saved a year, or 120 we would save. It's the best accident black spot project, if you want to call it that, we've ever done anywhere in the world. And the cost of doing it across the kingdom would more than pay back. You would save 4,000 lives every year. And I hope you feel the same sense of outrage and frustration. And again, forgive my Western behavior, but you don't want these people killed. So thank you. And my message is, please sort out the hypothecation issue, and please roll out helmet-wearing cameras across the Kingdom of Thailand. Thank you.
It's okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Michael. Due to constraint of time, I will not allow the floor to ask a question. I'm sorry. In this occasion, I would like to thank all honorable speakers to provide very much informative information. Thank you very much. I will send to the MC for the meeting. Thank you.
Okay, and thank you, Dr. Wittiya, for being moderator for this session, and we would like to thank to all distinguished speaker as well. May I invite Mr. Jamroon Tang Paisan to come on the stage and give a token of appreciation to all speakers and the moderator. Thank you. So please start with Dr. Professor Satoru. May I invite Member of Parliament from the next Dr. Sumesh. Speaker Dr. Chatrium. The last person, Mr. Woodford. Dr. Wittiya. Okay, may I invite all speakers and moderator to take a photo?
Next, we will have a short video presentation. It will take about 3 minutes. This video will explain about the AYRF 2022. Ready? Okay. Enjoy the show. Thank you. It's a very nice video. So you can know that there are around 23 papers presented in this conference. And we have 3 Best Paper Award for the presenter. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome Dr. Jula Sukmanop to present a certificate to AYRF 2022 Best Paper Award. So Dr. Jula, please be on the stage, please. Thank you. So the winner of Best Paper Award will receive 8,000 baht and also the certificate. So the first paper is from Vietnam, Dr. Thuong Thich Mai Than. Her research paper is Effectiveness of Policy Incentives on Electric Motorcycle Acceptance in Hanoi, Vietnam. Dr. Than, please. Congratulations. And the second award, Best Paper Award, go to Assessment of Intermunicipal PUV Services in Southern Iloilo, Philippines. Miss Augustine. Congratulations, Miss Augustine. She is from the Philippines. And another Best Paper Award go to Mr. Sethavut Lab Visutti Sarot from Chulalongkorn University. Congratulations. So we have his advisor to receive the award for instead of Mr. Sethavut on behalf of Mr. Sethavut because he got a positive COVID. So thank you so much, Dr. Chula Sumanop.
And I would like to invite Dr. Chula Sumanop again for give the certification to the AYRF 2022 Student Committee member. So here are the student committee member. Actually, this organization, this event would haven't been happen if we don't have these students to help us. So first is Mr. Adiya Mahadina Hidayat from Chulalongkorn University. Next, Mr. Siravit Chinwanichai from Chulalongkorn University. Miss Sanda Win from Chulalongkorn University. Mr. Kota Iwanami from Nihon University. Mr. Shoko Segi from Nihon University. Miss Rika Katsushima from Nihon University. Mrs. Suwapit Chayaka from Sosunanta Rajapat University. Mr. Bandamro from Suranari University of Technology. Mr. Narupon Niyom, the mentor. And the last, Mrs. Ratanaporn Gaopungom, the mentor.
So could you please be on the stage for a few minutes because I would like to take a photo session. The student, the committee, please. And the next photo session will be the Best Paper Award receiver. So please be ready to take a photo with the chairperson of ATRANS. So next, I would like to invite Mr. Augustine, Dr. Tan, and Mr. Sechawut to have a photo with the chairperson of ATRANS, please. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come now to the end of the 15th ATRANS Annual Conference. So I would like Dr. Jula Sukmanop, ATRANS Chairperson, to deliver a closing remark. Dr. Jula, please, thank you.
So it's going to be very brief, very informal, because all of you has been here more than 9 hours. Okay, so it's a really long day for all of us and all of you. I did my opening this morning. I think the number of people is more or less the same. So I think that all of you has been recognized the importance of transportation in our daily life. And I think from 9 o'clock this morning until up to now, I think some of you has been aware of many things. Some get some information, some get some knowledge. Okay, but everything that we have been doing today, including the students that they did for us or for our society yesterday, is going to pave some ways for the future. I hope we're going to receive some of your support as usual, as ever. So next year or next conference, we will have it again. We're going for the 16th sometimes very soon, and I hope that we receive all of your support as we have this year. Thank you very much, and we're going to have something afterwards. So now you can take off the jacket and become more informal, and let's doing some nice thing outside. Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Dr. Jura, for the speech. And on behalf of the ES and ATRANS, we are very grateful for your participation, and we thank the audience, everyone, and yes, see you again next year, and we wish you have a great trip. Go home safe and sound. Thank you.
Before leaving this conference room and have some 30-minute break before having the reception dinner, I'd like to invite our chairperson to present a token of appreciation to our two MC, if possible. First, yeah, they already have oral presentation for the whole day, so may I invite Dr. Vaipot Kulashai to receive a token of appreciation on behalf of ATRANS committee members. Thank you so very much for your hard work and an excellent Master of ceremony of today ค่ะตรงกลางหน่อยนะคะท่านคะเดี๋ยวนะคะท่านคะมีท่านอันนี้มี2 ซองใช่ไหมคะเอามาหลบให้โอค่ะได้ค่ะขอบคุณมากๆเลยค่ะขอบคุณค่ะท่านต่อไปค่ะดร.พุทธิพงศ์ค่ะจุฬากสิกรค่ะเชิญค่ะจากธรรมศาสตร์ค่ะ Thank you very much for the role of Master of Ceremony of today's 15th ATRANS Conference. Thank you very much. Thank youค่ะ I would like to invite you all to our reception dinner, which will be taking place at the Riverside restaurant. It will start from 7 p.m. But I think you can go down and wait until the reception opens. Okay. Yeah. By then, take a break, enjoy your sightseeing outside. Thank you very much once again, and see you. Okay.